Hello guys, and welcome to my channel once again. And you're at the right channel if you're a programmer or a beginner and you want some clue on what projects to do. And this is the right channel for you guys. Today's project, as you can see, and it is a very simple project. Actually, it's very simple. It won't take you even an hour to finish it, so I'm helping out where I can, guys. This is just a simple project. Well, this project is just a digital time as it's written here. So it's giving me an hour, a minute, seconds, and it specify if it's an AM or it's a PM. So we are going to work on this project. As you can see here, the time is exactly the same as the one in my computer. So we are going to do this. This is just literally a true working timer or clock. So if you are interested, then why not? Let us just work on it. So we are going to create a new project or a folder. Let us call it a digital. Let me, guys, I don't know why I'm writing the wrong spelling. Digital clock. What do you call this clock, guys? I don't know, but let me just call it a digital clock. And then let us go. As you can see, there's a loading sign. Okay, it is perfect now. So we go to open folder this, or you go here, okay, and click on open folder. Wait, and click on open folder. So it's up to you, or you go to this one, open folder. Let us click this one because it's explicit enough for us. We go to our desktop. So as you can see, guys, here it is digital clock, name we both created. So it is here. First thing first, we go to new file. This is a new file we want to add on this folder. Okay, call it index dot hypertext markup line HTML. Let us create another one. I always prefer to do like that so I won't forget or to link, because sometimes I forgot to link this thing. So let us call this a style. Let us call this a style, style dot css. We style in css. Now we're done. Let us add a, we can call it index or home. Let me just call it a home of JS, which is JavaScript. Okay, we are done. So it's loading to go, and we can simply close this part. First thing first, shift and exclamation. Let me close this part too. I feel like closing everything actually, because okay, press enter. This appear. Okay, and then we press enter. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I'll need some moment to restart this computer because I don't think we'll get where we want to be. Okay, if you'd like to know what is happening all here, I can just type down, comment down below, and I can explain if you want me to, but this is literally what you need whenever you start to do your project. Okay, first thing first, let us change the title of this project. It's called a digital, it is called digital clock. Okay, so after that we're going to need to link, we're gonna need to link our CSS. So just type in link, and then, oh my gosh, no guys, I cannot. I need to restart this computer because it is giving me, let us give me a second, guys. But you're going to need this, and then save it, because the name style is same as style, so I won't need to change it. Go to the body, and down at the end of the body just type script, and then you see, select the second one and type in, and then here you say home dot js. It's just up here. It's for you to make things easier. This is home. I'm linking my js here. This here I'm linking my stars. So that is why you see that. Okay, now first thing first, we're going to need a div of container. A div named container. In this div you're going to need a first, let me just use spans. Okay, let me just use a div container of an hour with a span. I just want to be creative, so with a span with an ID, with a span ID called hours, because it will be displaying hours. Let me just give, for now, let us say it's maybe 12. Okay, I'm gonna need to copy this 4 times. 1, 2, 3. I mean 3 times actually. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one. This one I'll call it minutes. This one will be minutes. Sorry about that. Minutes. And then let us just change this to be maybe minutes. It's 19, just for control. And then let us call this. Oh guys, I'm so sorry to do you dirty. For us to see what we're working on, let us open with a lifesaver. Okay, so if you can see, this is what we already created. Let us continue. Minutes, we have given a 19. Then we have seconds. Let us call this seconds. And then with an ID called seconds. I don't even, okay, maybe for, let us say maybe seconds, it's still counting on 30, just for us to see what are we working on. Let us call this a specifier. I'll let you know why I'm calling the specifier, because it is the one that will let us know if it's AM or it's PM. So that is why I'm just giving it a specifier name. Specifier. Okay, specify, it's okay. For now, let me just say PM and Control S. Let us see. Okay, why PM didn't change. Okay, it's changing, guys. It's just a slow. This is just because the computer is slow. So I'm gonna need these dots at the end, so that it can look like a proper. Okay, it should be, I forgot to refresh. Okay, now it's looking exactly, it's just that I'm used to using a live, so it's looking exactly. So this is why we're gonna end for now, guys. To do that, we just go to CSS. This is what we created. First thing first, we're gonna work on our body, which is the body of our HTML. So we want this body to have margin 0, so that it can I don't know why it's not okay. Yeah, this is so slow, bruh. margin to be 0. Want the padding to be 0. It should be like 0. And then we want the height to be, oh my gosh, to be 100 view here. And then we want it to display flex. Let us put on display flex, display to be flex. And then you want this flex direction to be called, okay, we don't need to do that here, we can do that. Let us just justify the content, justify content to be center. Okay guys, I'm so sorry, I forgot that. So let us keep on looking at the changes. See, it is here. We have justified our content to be center. Let us align our, oh my gosh, align our items to be center. I'm just, guys, annoyed by this computer. You see now it's where it should be. And then maybe the text we can text align them center also, so they won't be all over. Let us change the font size to be, font family to be, let us make the font family to be cursive. Let's see how it's look. Does it look like a watch or what? Oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. This is how the watch could look. There you go. Now let us move on. Maybe we should put a background color. Now we want this container. Let us copy it, edit class. So we're going to use a dot, we're not using a and hashtag. So a body, let us change the background color to be, what color was that? Okay, let us just create our own, guys. Let us make the background color to be cool. I almost cry why it's not changing, so we have to keep on refreshing if you're using this manually. Otherwise, if you're leaving say a lifesaver, it's keep on changing as you type. So we have just those, we have collected the container. Let us change the background color first so we can see where we're working on. Background color to be let us make it Solomon, which is this color. And then, okay guys, I forgot that I have to keep on. See, now the color is exactly how we want it to be. Let us display flex. I'm sorry. Let us display flex. It is, and we must keep on refreshing. See, now it is exactly as we wanted it to be. Maybe we should size our container. Let us make it with a height. Let us make it a height of 89 pixels. There you go. With a width of 120 pixels. It's a bit small. It is a bit small. Let us make it 2. There you go. So it can activate all this thing, and then let us, okay, the height is perfect fine. Even let us just make it 32 so it can be a bit smaller. There you go. I want it to look like this. I don't know if you want this too, but I think I've loved this. But let us say justify the content to be center. Let us justify it to be center. So guys, we'll keep on refreshing with this one. See, now everything is moving center, and let us align our items center also. On this, you won't see any changes because okay, yeah, we have aligned them to be center. Let us also text align for control text align center. Okay, fresh. There you go. I think everything is in center now. We can target our divs, so we can give them, so we have divs, so let's just say that content, so we can maybe give them a size we want. To do that, we just go to and then say dot container div. We're talking about this div, we're talking about these, all of these div, because we gave them a specific class for each, so I can call by class, so I prefer to say container of these divs. This is why I'm calling them. So this container of this, I want to change the font size to be 20 pixel. Let us see how it looks, guys. You have to play around with this. Not see, now it's bigger. I think 25 is perfect. Will be perfect. So there you go. I think 25 is perfectly fine. I hope it's clear. Yeah, I think 25 is perfect, guys. So I think we're done with our CSS. Actually, if you want to start it more and more and more, give this a background and this have a different, you can just do that. But for now, what is important is for our watch to work perfectly. So we are now moving on to our JavaScript. To do that, we are from here, right? Now we're here on a JavaScript. It is very simple, guys. Remember, first we have to fetch every data we will need from our index, as it is linked. Check first if you did link, but I always link first, so it is linked. Ensure that it is linked, so you won't cry and then say, oh my gosh, it's not even appearing, it's not working. You forgot to link this thing. So the first thing we're gonna need is a class. Okay, because we're changing this number, so we're going to need this. We're going to need this. So we're just gonna copy an ID called hours. Okay, it's hours, minutes, seconds, and then we have a specifier. So I don't think we're gonna come back here. They are all in ID. So the first thing we fetch there, const hours element, which is an hour that we, and which is an element we want from the index. That is why I'm calling it an element hour. So I hope it makes sense. Document dot query selector. Query selector, not old. I want a query selector. It's an hour, so don't forget to put an hashtag and then paste hour here, because I just did. Okay, I'm about to copy all of this for 3 times. Shift Alt and then 1 2 3. We're gonna need it for 3 times. 1 2 3 4. So it's 4. We have hours. Let us just change here and say minutes. Okay, yes, it's already there, and then the name is minutes. We're gonna double check if we were right. Minutes, and then we're gonna check here, change here, and then we're gonna say seconds. Seconds, and then okay, my phone is ringing and I don't know who's calling me. Seconds, and then we're gonna change here and say specifier. Okay, specifier. Let's just say specifier. If I could remember, I think I say specifier. Let us just double check and then Control S to save this, all of this. Let us just double check if our ID do match. Okay, minutes, seconds, and then specify. Let us see if it's exactly minutes, seconds, and then specify. I think it is exactly as that. Now we are moving on. So we gonna need to create a function that we will use to work all of this, all of this stuff. So let us create a function and let us call it digital updater or a time updater. Let's just call it time updater. Let's call it a time. This function, what is going to happen in this function? So we are first going to need to create an object. So to create an object, I would say let excuse me, let date or time, whatever you want it to be called to new date. This is just a method to be a new date. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is to use this date to fetch those hours. So let me first give you an example and see if it's working. Display this data exactly where we want it to be. So let us just use this. So I won't use any console. Let us call this and say copy. We want this element, which is the one we created, this, which is an hour dot its inner text, which means inside it we want to put an hour. So let us an hour. Okay, let us you see, now it's changed to 10. If you can see here, the hour is 10:13. So it is working perfectly. So this is doing us the amazing job by fetching the hour from our computer, which is 10, and then it is 10 exactly. So we are moving on. We are now going to fetch our minutes. How are we going to do that? We're going to say let minutes be equal to date. Oh my god, sorry about that. Be equal to date dot get. Let us find minutes. Here it is, minutes, and then fetch. We have fetched the minute. Control S. Now we want that minute, this element, to hold us the minute that has been fetched by the computer. So we're going to say please minute element ensure that inside you there is an inner text of this minute. So we're going to say that exactly. So by saying that, let us restart this computer. You see, it's changed now. It is 10:14. If you can see here, it is exactly 10:14. Now let us ask the computer to fetch us seconds. Let me just write second, as I was not writing s in all other objects. Dot get me seconds. So these are just built-in methods we use. So after getting that second, I want you to use this element which we have there, the second element. I want you to use this second element dot inner text and ensure that it's appear on our second element. So exactly how we want it to be. Let us refresh this. So it is 51, so I can't see, but I believe it is 51. Okay, so now we have everything, but the problem is if I keep on refreshing, it will keep on changing. Okay, but I don't want it to do that, right? I want it to keep on flowing, keep on updating it by itself. So to do that, we have an inner method which is called set interval. Let us set it an interval, and then let us call this function here. You can use a set timer, but I prefer time updater. Let us call this, and we want it to update every second. So let me just delete this one, Control S, and let us see if it's going to update. And so there you go. You see now it's keep on updating. 1 2 3. Okay, these are seconds, these are minutes. So whenever it's reached the 60th, this one will change. So it's working perfectly fine. But the problem now, we didn't specify if it's PM or it is AM. How are we going to do that? Simple enough. Okay, for us to know if it's PM or it's AM, we need to know the hour first. If the hour is 12 downwards, then we know it's still AM, right? If the hour is above 12 and it's maybe above 12 exactly, then we'll know that it is PM, right? So let us tell the computer how it's going to find out if it's PM or it is AM. So we're gonna say if an hour, using the if statement, right? If an hour, this hour is greater than or equal to 0, or okay, I'm sorry, okay, this is my keyboard. Okay, we're gonna say shift. I want to write an O. There you go. I was just opening this keyboard. I can close it now. I don't need it. Okay, or an hour is greater than or equal to 12. What I want it to happen, I want to say, okay, let us first specify here. Let us declare initialize specify. Let us initialize specify. Let us declare or specify. Okay, so I want, if the time is exactly like this, I want to say specify should be equal to AM, or else specify is will be equal to PM. Simple like that. Control S. So nothing has changed, but let me show you. Now we want this to be in our element. Okay, the element, we have an element called specify. So let us go down and declare it there. So specify, please specify, hold as this information dot inner text. Okay, it's there. We want this specify element to hold us the specify that we just so let us see if it's gonna work. Exactly. So it's AM. Why? Because it's still at 10 and it is not 12, it is not 11, so it's still in the morning. So guys, I'm working in the morning and that's it. This is our time and it is working perfectly fine. If you have other project that you want me to do with you, simple comment down below. We'll do them together and I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share.